Alrighty, we're gonna get straight into this. I'm gonna go ahead and put this seal on, but let's go ahead and clean it up with this. Make sure this is all cleaned up on the inside where the seal sits. And I did also add some grease on the exterior of this. Let's go ahead and clean this up. It's been a minute because I had injured my back. It's been a long wait, sadly. Place that in there. This is an OEM seal because I didn't trust the ones that came with the kit, so I was like, let's be safe and keep it OEM. Let's use this one. And then I'll use the smaller one to drive it in an extra few millimeters because since my little, what is it called? The knuckle, whatever, it's kind of worn. Inside a couple more centimeters. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage and try to put the races in here now that I have this kit. Okay. So this one's for the smaller one on the front, on the top side. Alright, we'll do the same thing. Alright, and then the flat part goes down. Okay, so there we go. Let's go ahead and start tapping this in here. Make sure it's going straight down there. Wow, nice. There we go. You could hear the difference once it's flat in there. I'm gonna go ahead and tap it a few more times. Alright. There we go. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so I'm gonna get a good glob of this. I go right here in the palm of my hand. Alright. And we're just gonna kind of press this until it starts coming out of the other side. Okay, you see it coming out on the other side now? There you go. Alrighty, so I'm thinking it's this one that goes in there. I really hope it is because I didn't keep the other one. But I watched the video right now to see which one looks like the one, and it seems to be that one. So we're gonna go ahead and use that one. Wait, I'm a dummy. So pretty much the kit comes obviously with 4. So I went ahead and I matched which ones matched. And these are the same ones. So that means that's the only option. What a rookie. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and press that in there. Let's make sure this is clean. You want to keep this environment clean. Obviously this is all dusty, but alright, cool. So let's go ahead and press that in gently. Okay, so I had to use this and like the paper towel so it wouldn't get dirty in here because this damn racer was not letting it push in evenly, so I had to do that. And now I could actually use this to do the rest of the work. Alright, looks good, nice and flush. Now we're gonna go ahead and add this racer in here, but we're gonna add some grease in here. I'm gonna go ahead and fill the inside a little bit with some of this. Let's go ahead and do the top racers. We're gonna go ahead and clean these up a little. We're gonna go ahead and drive this in here. All right, cool. So they're both in there. This one actually was faster than this one. And luckily, last time I already re-greased these, so they're already good to pop in there. Alrighty, so I went ahead and cleaned up this area a little bit. I am gonna put some grease. So for this one, it'll be the Molly. This one's not the red. Okay, so I did pop the bearing in here. I'm gonna put a little bit more grease, and we'll pop it on there. Alrighty, so for this one, it goes the felt first. Okay, alright, and then this rubber seal here, but I believe the flat part goes this way. And then this metal part. Come on, how do you do it? There you go. After that would be these. We would put them back there, and then it would bolt onto this part. Now is the time where we could actually put this in. So we're gonna go at an angle. There you go, that first bearing is in there. And then before we completely close this down, this is when we'll pop in the lower one. There we go, like so. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in. We're gonna put some grease right here before we pop it in here. Okay, so I got this in here. I'm thinking it goes like this, but we'll see if I got it right. I think the R goes on this tie rod end, but I don't know yet. I didn't pay attention. So cone, washer, and nut. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and snug these up. Alright, got my torque wrench. We're gonna go ahead and do 71 pounds, 71 foot-pounds. There we go. Alright, this feels nice and smooth. That little noise is the metal thing over here. For this, obviously, we want this at the top. I got this on. There we go. Alright, cool. We could go ahead and install the knuckle now. Or whatever they call it, the swivel joint, the knuckle, I don't know. Kind of looks like a CV axle too. Okay, so I got the joint in here. It's already greased up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in here. And the flat part to this has to go in towards the top. It should pop right in. Come on. There you go. Now it's in. Woo! Alright, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start packing this. Imagine I'm missing a step. I guess we'll find out later. Alrighty, so I put grease in there. This is what I'm comfortable with. Cleaned up also this little surface. I went ahead and put the gasket on. I've used these little things from the drums, the calipers, just because we're gonna need some type of support there. This obviously has to have the V at the bottom. All right, so now we could put this in there. After the 20th time. Okay, and then after that, you put another gasket, which this goes at the bottom. And like so. And then I believe we put this on and the dot goes at the top. Awesome, we got that in there, which is nice. Now we're gonna go ahead and start bolting these in there. Got these snugged up and they are torqued to 31 foot-pounds. So now we can move on to the next step. Put these back in. Okay. And thread these by hand, and then I'm gonna torque them to 67 foot-pounds. For both sides would be the same. I got these back in and I put new cotter pins in there on both sides since last time there was none. And now we can go ahead and put the rotor and bearings in. Oh my gosh, I just heard the freaking bearing come out. No. Alright, cool. I don't want it to get dirty. Alright, so it's in. Pop that back in there. Go ahead and put this in there first. There's only one way this can go on anyway. We put in our first nut. Hand tighten it a little. And Then let's go ahead and torque it down to 43 till it clicks. There you go. Give it a couple turns. I'll loosen this up. Okay. I rotate it a few times. And then we're gonna do 4 foot-pounds. Literally, it's nothing. Okay, 4 foot-pounds. Now we're gonna put in a lock washer. Open that up. It is set at 47. Now I'm gonna go ahead and push one of these in and then pull one towards this way. So I went ahead and bent this one this way and then that one towards that way. I'm gonna do the same for that one, I think. Gosh, I'm getting closer. This is so awesome. I can't wait to put the tires back on and then just get this going. All right, we put in the washer. Sorry, we put in the gasket. And then we cap it off. And then we have to remember to put in the snap ring back in here also. Put in the cone washers. All right, I'll let you guys know when I'm done with this. So I got these in, snugged in and torqued as well. And then snap this in and put the cap on, and then we're ready to throw in the tires, and then we'll put differential fluid before anything. So it's in already. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a tiny bit of grease in here and then top it off, and then we could throw on the wheels. Oh my gosh! Clean it up a little bit. And let's put some differential fluid in there. Man, oh man. We're gonna go ahead and top this off and then pop on the tires and then take it on a test drive. This is taking forever. This is a small pump, so I've just been pumping away for the last 5 minutes. I also almost forgot to install the caliper, so we'll do that and then install the tires. Alrighty, we completed it. We are gonna test drive it and then we'll do an update video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.